Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Unbox with Anas. Today video we will build the library management system using Java, Spring Boot, and MySQL. So, what are the things we needed? Let's discuss. So, the first thing is about the what is the project about? So, the library needs to manage its collections of books, add new books, view them, update stocks, and handle availability when issued or returned. Also, we have what you will build features. So, we will build the features of add book, view all book, update book and details about the book. Also, we will perform the delete our book. What about the next questions arrive are what technology used? So we will use the Java. This is the primary language which is used. And the second one, we use Spring Boot, then Spring Data JPA, and MySQL. Also, we need a Postman for API testing. So, let's go to the Spring Boot tool suite to create our project and perform these things. Okay, now we just what we need to do first, we just run our IDE Spring Boot Spring tool suite. Okay, this is my IDE where I create our project. You can use the Eclipse, and if you have another one, you can use that as well. So every one is as the same as. So first of all, you run your application as run as administrator. Why? Because I don't want to any type of error before creating the project. Okay, so just click on the if you are in Eclipse, you are just creating the project from the Chrome, going to the Spring Web. Inside of a Spring Web, you can add those things, whatever I tell you here, okay? And then go to the import and just import your project here. So if you have a Spring Boot toolsuit, then no problem about the anything. Just click on the control and go to the project. So we need a Spring Boot project. Just type SP. Here we have a Spring Boot. Inside of a Spring Boot, we have our two types of project. Import Spring Getting Start Content or Spring Starter Project. Click on the Spring Starter Project. Okay. Click on the next. So here, see already have a things book library management system. I already selected this. Okay. So the our project name will be you can be the different name. My library name is a book library management system backend. So after that, use as default location. Type of project is here we have option Groovy, Kotlin, Maven. We just select the Maven. Package of the our project here we have a option jar and bar. In the Maven project, you need a jar. Just select the jar. In the Java version, we need more than 70. You can work with the JDK 8 as well because there's some people working on the JDK 8. So for that, you might be get sometime error or something new in the project which will not upgrade with the JDK 8. So I would suggest to install the JDK 17 and the language. Here we have a Kotlin, Groovy, Java. We just select the Javas because our project is based on the Java project. And the group ID, you can write whatever you want to. I just write org.jsp. Artifact ID, book library service. You can write whatever you want, make sure the space should be not there. You can write something else also. And the version of this as whatever it is, just take it as it is. We don't have to change anything here. Descriptions, I just write a book library management system. You can write more than that as well. Details and things like that. The our main project is book library management. So what you need to do now, after this things is added, click on the next. And here we need three dependency. First one is Spring Data JPA to deal with the data. MySQL driver to connect with the database. Spring Boot dev tools for the running our project in the live. In the live, whatever you want to change in your project, it automatically getting changed in your Chrome or web browser. Also, we have a Spring Web for the if you also working with the front end, you can add a Spring Web Lombok for the annotations. Like if you don't want to boilerplate code, like if you are creating the constructor getters and setters in everywhere, you don't creating that. Just select this dependency and write one annotations. That annotations will create doing all those things like constructor, getters and setters and things. But some people is here is new, so I don't select this Lombok. If you're using this, you also have to install this first, then this dependency work. Otherwise, it will not work in your IDE. Here theme leaf, this is also for the web. So here we just working with the backend part. We just need the dependency. Go to the next and finish it as it is. As you can see here, our project is getting created. So make sure your internet should be a good. See, it will be created very fastly. What what are the things here is, see, you can see the many things is here. But the thing is, pom.xml is a file where you have to add the more dependency, the futures. If you want to connect with the front-end part, you can add some dependency inside of this dependency block. Here you can write if you want to anything. Going to the Spring Web, something like the website where you can search dependency like a Spring Web. It will come and just copy from there, crop and paste it inside this. So now here, so here we have a src main Java. This is the file where our project will be created, whatever the programming inside this file. Here we have also src main resources. This is the file where our database connection should be there, or whatever the configurations we needed, we just added in this folder. So here we need a database configurations. That is, I already copy from my previous project. So if you want to copy, just you can go to the my GitHub, that link inside the this video. Go and copy this. Control P. With the Spring Control 6 plus have plus it's not working. Okay. Uh, So what is this text? This is the our configurations which I need to connect with the database and dealing with the database. So the first one is create the data for Not needed, yeah, not needed. Delete this. Oh, okay, okay. Spring, sorry, spring dot data source dot URL. Okay, MySQL. Here we have our locations of the database DDBC colon MySQL colon slash slash localhost colon 3306. This is my port number of the MySQL database slash book library management system and question mark create database it not exist. It means if the database, this name of the database is not present in my database, it will automatically going to create. So that is why this is the attribute which I use to create the database if it's not present. Username is root. In my MySQL database, username is root. Password admin. You might be different in your. You can add whatever you have. In the driver class, com.mysql.cg, cj.jdbc.driver. Also, we have a DDL auto update for whatever the if you want to change anything in your date table, you can do in your program. Don't worry about the anything. It's a Spring JPA properties Hibernate.format SQL is true means you will get the format inside the console whenever you execute your program inside here. Also have a show SQL true which it will show inside the console. This is the MySQL version MySQL in dialect. Okay, it's done now. Just save it and remove this. Now what we need, this is close this. Inside our Sasim and Java, we have a parent package that is org dot spring boot dot book library management. Inside of this, we have a main class. This main class where the our application will start to execute. So what we need? We need a package to separately do whatever I want to do. So I'm not getting confused about where my tables, where my uh, Tau class, where my logic is. That will be the separately for that reason. So just click on this parent package. Okay, Control M, type PSC package into Booking Library Management System. This is the parent package. Okay, we're just creating the sub package. So the dot entity. This is our first package. That is a entity class where our table will be there. Whatever the database inside of database, the table is needed. No, that table inside of this. Okay, this package. Click on this package and Control and type class. Click on the class and next. What you need to do is just type give your table name books. This is the our table name is books. Okay, and then finish. Now the class is created the name of the books. Now I want to this books creating the table from the database. So I need a one innovation that is a at the rate entity. So what we'll do, it will creating the uh, table with the name of books. If I want to change the name of this books, just need a one more attribute that is a the table. Inside of table, you can write the name, whatever you want to. So it will be created with that name. So the books is right now, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, Control Shift plus O to remove the extra package which is not in use. Now Control M. What we need here, So first thing, we need some fields, that is a properties or variables. First, private long type of ID is long because I we the book library have thousands of lakhs of books. So to arrange those things, we need a long type of ID. So I'm not getting the range issue. After this, we need a private string title, then private string author. After this, we need a private book should have a string publisher when it's published. Also, we need a private, okay, a private string should book should have a categories CATGO category, then private string ISBN number. This is the international uh, numbers to uh, acknowledge your book with these numbers. You can find the book with this number. For that reason, you need this. Then we need a private local date, local date, name of this published date. Then also we need a private uh, hint numbers of copies, the total copies, COPIS copies. Then we need a private and available copies, COPIS. AVA. Let me check that and right website. Okay. Then these are the fields we needed. Now what we needed, we just identify the our tables. So let's suppose ID is a unique. So we need to enter it as a @IDs. This is the ID. I import the Jakarta's persistence of the ID. Then also need to create automatically. For that, need one more attribute, that is a generated value. Out of this, we need a strategy is equal to generation type dot identity. Then in the title, author, whatever the fields we have now, it should be annotated as a not null so that I can easily add the values if I want to add. Otherwise, they will not getting to add. So at the rate column is an attribute which is present in Jakarta dot persistence. So just click it and write the attribute name is nullable is equal to false. That means the our title is nullable. Just just copy this line, paste it in the every fields. Title, author, publisher, category, ISBN number, publish date, total copies, and last one is available copies. Now, after this, This is the our private, okay? Private, whatever the field is private. So if I want to access this in another class, we need to get us as getters, also the constructor. So let's create it. The parameterized constructor and no argument constructor. Left button, click on the left button, then source, go to the generate constructor with all the fields. That is a parameterized constructor, parameterized constructor. Then we also need a no argument constructor. So just go to the deselect this and generate. So this is the control shift plus not F now. See, this is the no argument constructor or default constructor. No argument constructor. Okay. Then after this, we need a data service. Left click, source, and generate getters and setters. Select all, generate. Control Shift plus add to the orientation. So just change it. Now this class is ready to create the tables in the database. Okay. So after this, we just need to run. Before that, okay. Uh, uh, Let me see here in the MySQL workbench. See here is not have any bank library database. Okay, as you can see here not. So whenever we run this now, that one database will be created like this, and in the inside of database, one table will be created. So let's go to the uh, parent class, control M, parent class, and run this. Okay, run as and Spring Boot. Okay, see our project is running, and here, see here, I am getting some unknown things. You might be not get, but I'm getting, I don't know. Might be my version is old or something dependency error. But my project is working fine. As you can see, our table is created. Let's go to the database and check. Refresh it and see book library management system is created. Inside of book library management system, click on the table. Here the books is created. See, our books is created. Window plus, window plus, and see, this is the our uh, ID, author, available copies, categories, ISBN, published date, publisher, title, total copies. Also, our this is the database, book library management. Inside of database, we have our books. So it works fine till now. Let's move to the next. So, okay, what we need now inside of entity package, we need one more class, that is control and class CLAWS class. Click on the class, next, and the name of the response structure. As you can see, this name is suggesting this. This is the response we will get whenever our API will call. Finish it. We need some fields inside of this class. That is a private string First one is message. Whatever the message you need to, you will get inside this. Also, we need a private int status. status code. Then we need a private T and data. T is why because this class will be a T type class. Okay, just annotated this inside of T. So whatever the data you have, it means string type, integer type, long type, double type. They were not care about this. They just getting to save because this is accepting T type to data means whatever the data you can save, update, delete. Well, okay. So after this, we need a constructor and getters and setters. Right? Right click. Source go to the generate constructor. Select all, generate. Then also we need a source. Generate constructor. Deselect all. Sorry. Go to the source. Generate constructor using field. This one, not this one. Okay. And deselect this and generate. See, we will get the no argument constructor as well as parameterized constructor. Then after this, we also need getters and setters. Let's create it. Select all and generate. Control Shift plus F to the orientation. So now this is also done. Let's move to the next part. Just save it. And we need one more package which is dealing with the database. Click on the parent package, Control M, type package, and click on the package and next. Then dot uh, repository repository. This is the our sub package of repository. Inside of repository, we need to create a one class. Click on the uh, repository package, control M, create the class, click on the class, next. The class name will be a books repository. To understand, this is the our book repository class. That is why this name is relatable books repository and finish it. Inside of this class, this is not a class, this should be an interface. So just interface. Okay. This interface should extend with GPA repository. Inside of this, we need two things. One is ID and one is our table name. So PWK as control space C. Here we will get the books with the further date org.springboot.booklibrarymanagement.entity. Just import it, so we will get the books. And the next one is ID, that is a integer type. Okay, now it's done. What they do whenever we perform the operations, that interface is provided the extend by the JPA repository. So this repository provides the some method to perform a CRUD operation, and it will be dealing with the database. you need to any query. Let's suppose if you want to get the data by the categories, you can write inside here one method that is the this is the interface. The method will be a public or let's suppose category, okay, category and with semicolon because this is the interface. So what we need, you have to provide the implementation here, or else you have to create member class and extend with this. If I want to deal with the database to get the data by the category, we need a query. This is the query interface. Inside of query, you just write the SQL queries that you just select types of things. Select hook from the categories, where categories from the categories. Then the database will be given the data. Will perform in further. Now we don't need this category. Now we need a one more package. Click on the parent package, control and type package. Click on the package. Next, that package will be a dot package data access object. So D A O or D A O dot package. Let it be small and finish. What they do inside of this package, just control and create the class. Okay, that class should be a book dog. So let's type it below as books DAO. To understand, this is the book DAO class. The name it should be relatable to understand. This is the DAO package. Inside of that package we have this class. Finish it. Then this class should annotate it as repository so that it will be connect with this book repository. We also need to auto-wired with this book repository. We need a private books books repository. This is the from this here. This is the class, not big repository. Books repository. So this books repository and the name of the books repository. So I just creating the object of this books repository class. And it should auto wide with AUTO, auto wide with this. So books class with auto wide with this book repository to get the data. So this way also achieving the layers of the securities. So this will going to this will going to this like that. We also need more package. Let's first complete this. So the DAO package is a main class. Here we need to work with these things. So first, what are the methods we needed here? First one is add. Second one is yeah, add book. Then get all book, books. Then we need a one more method that is a get book by particular ID. Also, we need a if you want to update your book, let's suppose new collections come or that books will be changing something, so that update you can do here. That update book by ID to select the right book to this way. Also, we need a delete. and it deletes book by ID. So these are the five operations we just perform this project. Let's create one by one. First complete this class, then we'll move to the next package. So, so add book. What we needed here? Data method public book books. Okay. And this books class, we need one method add book, readable. Let's see, okay. Book readable. Okay. Has books. And then inside a book, we need a method, the object of book class. This is this. This is the books. Don't be confused because the here, let's see. Here we have a two things. This is a book. This is present in java.aw.print. Be careful about this. Don't select this imports. Instead of this, you just select books that is present in our package. That is org.springboot.banking book library management system.entity. So click on this and import it. So the object of books type and inside of this method, let's return the if I want to add so add by this because our database connected deal with this book repository class. So return uh, book repository dot save. That method is present here. This is the save, and inside of save, we need an object that is created in this method that is a books. A books. Okay, books. Okay, so this is done here. So how I am getting this save methods because the book repository is a repository class. This is a class, and this class is extended by the interface extended by the JPA repository where all the methods is present to perform CRUD operation. That is why I'm getting here. So the next method is get all books. Control M for the best clarity. So get all book. You need a public. So here, see, as you can see, our method is itself is saying the get all book. Means more than one book means you need a list because you have more than one book. So list of books. Okay. Then the name of the book is get all books. Okay. So there is no parameter because we don't need any parameter here. It will be directly going to your database and give you the all the books. But before it give you, it takes something. So here you just return book repository BR and control space. See automatically showing here. So just select it book repository dot which method you want. You want to find all. So just click on the FIND. See here you show that find all which is present in list CRUD of repository. Just select it and with semicolon. As you can see here is red number. Red means here is the error. How to solve this? Just because it will be not imported here. Just mouse over here and you see import list from java.util package dot select another one. You will be getting the error import list from the java.util package. Okay, now it's done here. People think that it's easy to connect with that, but it's not a main thing. That our logic part is not in this package, in this class. That's why you're thinking about the easy. But actually, it's easy. But let's do something or get book by ID. So that class will be public list. Okay, not list. This is a book by ID means you are selecting the only one book. Means one ID means one book. So you need a optional OPT optional. This is present. This is the one class which is present in Java tweeting package optional. Where also some method is present which is used. So have the books is a optional type now and get book by ID and int ID. Then what you need here return return book repository dot dot find. Just type find by. As you can see here, you will get the find by ID. Your work is very easy because the method is already present in this optional class. This is a optional books CRUD repository. Just select it and what is needed in the parameter that is a int ID. So here just write the ID to get the ID. And the next one is update book by ID. So let's check this also. To updating our book, that's that method will be same as the add. Let me give you the explanation. Public book, not a book. Books. S is there books. Okay. Update. The method name will be update book by ID. And what you need here, just in ID. No, the update now. You need a books because you are the subjecting books. Books. Okay. What that method throw that is a return. Return book repository dot save. Okay, same as the say add book. But the logic part is different because you're saving with the ID. So first it will be validated with the ID is present in the database or no. If it's present, only it will be update. Otherwise, it will not going to update. So let's last one is delete book. Okay. So let's take public. The delete is a boolean type to return the true or false. So boolean delete, yeah, delete by ID is our method name. So delete by ID means we need a variable that is a int ID or you can take as long as you can also take because in the our notes class, no. that ID is a long type. So let it be long, long. Okay. And then return the ID. So two repository. Not now. First, we need to validate to delete this. So for that, we need an optional OPT optional books that receive book to receiving the book from the book class. Tab should be relatable to understand what is happening. Here, we need a method. As you can see, our method and things is private. So I am getting a error. Entity find by ID. No. Okay, this is an integer type, so it will accept the int only. That should be int. Okay, so receive book should get by ID. So here we have a method that is a get by ID. Okay, so we just inserting from here. This is also int type. Okay, let's take the get by get book by ID. What is happening? Whenever the perform this, it will going to the get by ID, and from here it will get the data and inserting here, and that the data will be present inside the receipt book. So if I want to validate, so if if receipt book receipt book dot is present, if it's present, then what you need to do, you have to do something that is a book repository dot delete. So this delete is present inside the optional class. That's why we get this method delete. Inside of delete, we need a receive book. Receive book dot get. So you will get that ID. If it's present, then only it will get inside this and delete this ID. Then return good means if it's deleted, you have to return true. Else, you have to return false. Yeah, that's it, false. Then one, you return false. Now, uh, see, our book class is done. Okay. Now, let's move to the next package. That is service package. For thus, before we go to the service package, we need a exception package because we have to check the exception in runtime. So our program will run normally. We have to create our own custom exceptions that throw the that uh, not throw the our method an error. We need our own exception. So let's create the exception package and move to the class of the exception. Start recording. So control M. So it's done now. Let's go to the parent package. Okay, this is the our parent package. Control M package, and that package will be a exception package. Here we have all the exception will be uh, manage by yourself. Exception and click on the finish. In this package, we need two. One is the main class where the exception will be handled. So control N, CL is our class, click on the class. Next, what the package is first, let's suppose books exception handler. So this class will be handle all the exception which will get in our project. Books exception handler and finish. Need one more class, control and class, select class, go to the next, and that class is let's suppose you need a exception like books not found. What if books is not found? Then you have to give this exception in your method so that will be your program will be run normally. Books not found. Therefore, you define the exception. Okay. So let's first implement the books not exception. So this is uh, books not exception. That is uh, extend of runtime exception. When you're running your program, then it will be handled. As you can see here, yellow line is showing. So just add the default serial version ID. It's nothing, just add it. Not a big deal and big issue. Data constructor public book, book not for exception. So control space, you see book not found exception that is your class. Control this, enter this. So this is the our constructor that would have a string message. So I hope you remember that response structure class. Here that message is present. So whatever the message you can write from the here you can write it. So what you need to do, just return, not return, just write super. Inside of super, you need a message and the okay. Might be confused here what is happening. You will understand when I develop the books exception handler. So let's implement the book exception handler. So let's go to the so this is the our exception class. This is the main class of the exception handler. Okay. If you have a more table, then you have to create a every table have the separate exception handler. If you have a book library class also, so you just create the library exception handler. So here we have only one entity. So we just creating the one handler class that is annotated with control advice controller a C O and A. Okay, we'll take that. So C O and D. Controller. Why I'm not getting U and T. Double as here controller. Advice. Let's type it and mouse over here. Change to the controller of the stereotype. Uh, uh, 1 second, guys. I'm getting a Let me check first. See why I'm getting here because the Spring starter wave is not added in this dependency. So what we need, we just whatever inside of dependency form.xml class. Okay, this is the form.xml. This is the parent dependency tag. Inside of tag, you have to paste it your dependency. That dependency you can get from my GitHub form.xml file. That is our dependency. This is the Spring Framework dot code is present in Spring Boot starter wave and save this. You can get this dependency from the Chrome as well. You just type this Spring Framework Spring Boot starter wave. You will get this dependency in the Chrome as well. Save it and go to the uh, here. See the error is gone. Error is gone now. Okay, let's create the our exception. So that is, let's suppose we have a exception public response entity is a class. So response entity, we need a response structure. A response structure. Response structure. Inside the response structure, what type of response you want? That is a string type. Then need a method that is, let's suppose, handle. The name of the exception is shorter so that you can easily get it. Book uh, not, D for book, N for not, book not, F for form, E for exception. Okay. Then inside of this, you have to create the object that is a book not for exception. This is your class. So create the object of this class that is the books exception and the object will be exception handler. And then inside of this, you have to perform the operation. Let's first you have to create the response structure object. Okay, response the structure type of response structure is a string type. Name of this object is structure is equal to new response structure and end with semicolon. Now we have to perform a structure dot set message. That message will be get from the exception of this. This is the name of the book exception handler. So we get through this. So uh, book exception handler. This is the our object class object. Dot dot uh, get dot get message. Why I'm not getting set message exception dot get message. MESSAG such why. Let me check in the response structure control line. The problem is here. Here we're creating the object of this class, but we need the object of the books not found exception class. So books not found exception from this class. I want to inherit this message. So I'm getting this message from here. Whatever I want to write, I can write. And then space exception. Here, what we needed, set message is right. Structure dot set message. यहाँ पे then exception dot get message. Yeah, error is gone. Then after this, what we needed, we need a structure. Sorry, a structure dot set status code. You can see in the response setter class, these three is called the status code, data, message. So I'm getting there. So status code. So what kind of status code it will return? So HTTP status is present in Spring Framework dot HTTP class package dot the exception of the our book handler is not found because the our method is book not found exception. So that exception should be a not found exception and what is not found. You see here not found exception dot value. That value will be printed inside the status code. Whatever the exception will throw and the response will get inside the status code. Also need one more thing that is structure dot set data. So the data will be a see here you can write a books not found. Okay, now you have to return it. So what response it will return? That is new and just paste this. So for that much only, control C and just paste it here. Inside of this, read a one variable that is a structure slash the value which you want to return HTTP status. 1 second. HTTP status dot what values is not found and it's I think public is there. Uh, what's the problem now? I did not go. Okay, so this method is not needed. Sorry guys. Okay, only only that much you have to copy. Okay, and paste it here. Then structure is ready. Now the exception class is ready. Now I can move to the service class where our logic part is there. Let's go to the service class. First create the service package, then service class, and start the implementations of all the method which we are created in here. That implementation will provide in the service package. Okay, let's create the control app. So the package will be, let's click on the parent package, control and package, and select the package. Next, create the service package and click on the finish. So inside of this package, we have to create the our class, that is control and class, take class. Next, books service. Finish it. So, okay, in the uh, DAO package, where is DAO package? Books DAO class. Okay, that repository. Whatever the method is present here now, we just provide the implementation on the book service class. Okay, go to the here. This class should annotated as a service. So that means it is a service class. Here the our logic part is there. Let's uh, implement the first method, that is add book. Okay, add book. Then public response entity, response structure. Then book control it box. Put it in the, make sure this is your own package class. Add book. God books, whatever. Let me see in the DAO package. The DAO package, it is a add books. Okay, so it will be a add books, and we need to create the object of the books. Control space books, and let's implement the our logic here. So in the adding book, we need a first response structure to get our response correctly for that reason. So it is a book style, and then structure is equal to new response structure and with semicolon. Now we have to perform structure dot set data. So our data will be where it present. So if I want to get the data from the DAO package, okay, this is a service class. So now, if I want to get the data from the here this class, we need to auto-write this book DAO class in the service class. So let's create the object of the book DAO class. That is the private book DAO class, book DAO, and it's semicolon, and it should be auto-wired the book DAO class. Now we can get the data from this class. So what we needed here, set data book dot bd control space. See, the first one is a book dot. Click on this and dot. And as you can see here, our all the method is present in the book dot class. Whatever method is present, it will be coming is here. So what we need here, add books. Just click on this and add books. Then after this, we need a structure dot set message. Okay, this message should be here. Let's suppose books. When you adding the books and it will be successfully, you have to uh, give these books added successfully. Successfully. Yeah. Then need a structure dot status code. This is the protocol of your method. What if you are not getting data? What type of status is being data? That will be getting from here HTTP status dot for the adding means the created is the protocol of the if you are a post type of method you have to use the created dot value that value should be getting like this status code. After this the return new. What you do as usual, just copy this that much. Control C and come here and paste it. Inside of parentheses, write the first one is a structure and second one is our response that is HTTP status. Control space, second one that is HTTP status. Enter dot what the arrow value is created. Yeah, you get this. Okay. So this method is done here. Now, if I want to create the REST API for this, we have to go to the controller package. So we'll go there. First, we'll have to complete all these five method. Then we'll go to the controller package. So second one is on book, get on book, get all book. So let me let's create public response entity response structure. Then what type of it is? See, here we have a get all books. It will be a list type because we have to receive more than one uh, class of books. Yes, books. Then what we need is method period get all books. Then uh, implement this. Import this java.util package. The list is import with the java.util package, not like this 500 map. If you are selecting this, you will be getting the error. Make sure you have to import the right things. And then response structure, same as the previous. Based, what type of it is? Base type, then uh, the OKS rules, the structure, bind with all the things, new response structure, and with semicolon. Then you have to create one more object that is a list of book type. List of books the level K as books. Okay, and receive book. Now the object is receive books. And is equal to I want to get the data from the book DAO class. Okay, so book DAO and dot book DAO dot get all books. So whatever books they need, it will be getting from this book DAO class. So this method is called. Okay, whenever call this method, then this this book doc, that is a book repository, it will be go back to the repository interface, and that interface will going to the books, and it will be going to the database and give you the data. So let's implement. So after this, what you need to do, you have to validate. If you know the not operators, means if yes, if your method is returning yes, it will return it false. If it's false, it will return it true. So here using the not operator, not receive book. Receive books dot is empty. If not means yes. Okay. So structure dot set message. That message will be a books found. And structure dot set data, that is a receipt book. So our data will be set with the receipt book. This is the coming here. Uh, this is the coming here receipt books. So set data. If you validate and set data, then structure dot set status code. What type of code it is. So the code of this is the HTTP status dot OK. For the getting data, the code will be a protocol will be a OK dot value. Then after this, you have to return this. You know that what I mean is just copy this line that much. Control C and just type here RETUR return new this and structure slash uh, HTTP status dot OK. Then adding symbol. As you can see, at least I'm getting here because this is the return statement inside the if. What if not? Then you know that I explained the book exception handler and books not found exception. So here we'll use that. What if not found? So if this method should work normally, or not getting the, not occurs any error, we need to throw the exceptions which I created here. That is a book not found exception, and the method is a handle book not found exception. So let's go to the book service. Just do one thing, throw. Just use throw name. So our exception name is a book not found exception. So let's book be not found exception. Book not found exception. Here you can see the null because you selecting that string. So you can write whatever you want to write here. So I just write no books found in the library. Library. You can come next time, whatever you want. So this is the custom exception. This will be write by yourself, whatever exception you want to throw. Okay. This is the beauty of the Spring Boot. You can easily do these things. So after this, the next one is uh, let's suppose that so write the comment here. If no books found through custom exception. Okay. All over here, custom exception. So the next one is what is that get by ID now? Yeah. Okay. The next one is get get by ID. Let's create it. That is the public response entity, response structure, optional, inbox, then get. Method name is get book by ID. Then we need a ID in ID, and after this, we have in the response structure, optional, uh, books, structure is equal to new, response structure, RESP response, PONS response structure. Okay. Then what we need, one more thing to create the object of the book. That is the optional type. So optional books receive is equal to tau package tau class that is books dot. Okay, that is the books dot. So books dot what we need to do dot get by ID. So it will going there and check that ID. So our next move is if the condition is if not receive book dot is empty. Dot means it will return the true. If true means false. That is the advantage of this not operators. Then same as the previous, doing the same things structure dot set message. But the here is a book book found by ID. Okay, the structure dot set data and data will be a received book. Structure dot set status code that will be a HTTP status dot accepted dot value and let's return new and copy this copy and paste it here. Structure slash HTTP status dot accepted. Also, we need to throw exceptions what is not present. That ID will not present, then throw the exception. Throw new book not found exception. VNEF. And then you have to write your custom exception that is books not found with your ID. And then you can also mention your ID with the concatenate plus ID. So that ID will also show that ID will not found in uh, the library or the database. After this, we need this method is completed now. The next method is slash uh, update books by ID. Okay, update books by ID. Then public response entity response structure books update books by ID is our method name. Then create the object of books, books, books. Then create the method. After this, response structure type of structure is the books. Then the structure is the object name of the response structure. And a new response structure is a constructor of the response structure. Then we have a optional books, the same books is equal to books dot class dot get by ID. So what we are doing here, so we see here we need a books dot get by ID. So so that ID is getting the red number because that variable is not created in this class. So we just created here comma int ID because in the dog class you can see here we have a only ID. In the book class we only have a books. We don't have ID because here we just perform the same. But if I want to validate with the books by ID, we also need the ID. So here it's the same thing is doing books is equal to books is the object, then int the ID. That ID should validate for the uh, database. So then if receive books, okay, dot is percent. If it's percent, okay, this is a method. This is the method which is present in the optional class. So what you need to do first, books exist books. If that exist book is equal to that book should update. So receive book object of receive books dot get. That book will be saved inside of this exist book. Okay. Then after this, you want to modify. Means if you have to modify your books class, you providing the getters and setters both. Means here there is no any confidential uh, fields, so that's why we are providing the getters and setters both. If you have something confidential, you just give the only getters. Means they can only see, they cannot modify. So here we don't have any problem. So let's go to the just set the values. So let's take a exist book dot set title. Okay, title books. Uh, books dot get title get title. Okay, this is done. then get okay, exist dot set author author no, dot get author exist group dot set after author we have a publisher. So let's say the publisher books dot get publisher then exist book dot set ISBN number. Okay, then books dot get ISBN number. Then exist book dot set after SBN we have a category. That category books control space books dot get category. Then also we have exist book dot available copies available copies dot get control that dot set available copy set available copies that books dot get copies available copies. Then also exist book dot set after available publish date. Okay, set publish date. Okay, books dot get publish date. And again, exist books. The last one is total copies. That is dot set total set total copies. Oh, yeah, total copies. That would be a books dot get total copies. Okay, now it's done. Now what we need one more uh, books object that is a update book object. That update book object, what they do is book dot and means it will be saved with the new credential. Means new values which we're adding and updating exist book. Okay. After this, you have to perform these three things. Just copy from here. After this, control V. Instead of set message, you have to found by ID. You just write books updated successfully. As you see, it was successfully. Successfully. Okay. With ID. If you want to show the ID as well, you can use plus ID. And then set data, you have to use update book. So it will be set your data, means new data will be set inside the update. Okay. Then the status post will be code will be not accepted here. It will be here. Okay. After this, as usual, you have to copy that much. Control C, paste it here. Return new. Control V, structure. Control Z, structure slash http status dot okay. Then You also have to throw error. What if that ID is not present? So just throw new book not found exception. That book not found exception. What type of exception it is? Book not found found by ID. Okay, plus ID and a semicolon. Yeah, it's also completed. Just remaining one. That is delete book by ID. Delete delete books by ID. Okay, let's create this uh, public response entity. Oh, not done. Response entity, response structure, then the type of the delete is a string, and the method is delete delete by ID ID. Then you need ID in the ID. Create the method, and then need a response structure. The type of response structure is a string. Now of the object with the structure is going to new. The constructor will be a response structure. If you know what the object with creations is okay. If you don't know, you can check out my object creation videos. Then we need an optional and here book receive book. Develop a book. It's not a book, either books as is there. No, there are multiple books. So is equal to book dot books dot get ID. Then first it will be getting after getting inside of receive book whatever the ID it is. Then you have to validate. Okay. If receive book dot is present, then book dot books dot delete by ID and paste it the structure dot same as the previous one. Structure dot set message. That message will be book deleted by ID. Structure dot set data. Data will be let's suppose delete successfully as you see. After this structure dot set status code for the status will be here http status dot no content. The delete will be a type of content with no content. The protocol is a delete is a no content. Then after this, what you need to show is uh, let's copy this. Control C, return new, Control V, structure class HTTP status dot no content and the row new book not found exception B and F and throw books not found, not found with your ID. Plus, you can provide ID as well. Okay. Now it's done. The service class is done. Let's move to the controller package where we have to create the REST controller or the REST API. Okay, let's start the create the controller package. Click on the parent package, control and PSCK package dot controller controller and finish it. Then the controller package control and class will be a loops controller controller. Then this class should annotate it as a REST controller and then have to provide with the book service class. Create the object of the and books service control space as service uh, book service very simple at that auto hire. Then after this you have to create all the list required. So first one is C. Let's go to the here. Here. This is the our service. So first one is a public book, public responsibility. Just copy the first line. Okay. This copy first line, control C and control G. Side of this, you have to return. So return it like this is the our book service which is order right now. So return new book service and repeat. Then return it or new. Uh, sorry, it's not book service, it's an object books service dot add book now. And this book, see, this method is a post method because I'm saving the values. So, what type of method is a post? So, is the rate post mapping, and you have to create the URL of your method. So, value is equal to slash string slash save book. Okay, this is first one. And this moves with save with the body because there are eight fields, six or eight fields might be. Uh, so all the things will be saved. What that data one properties that is at the rate request for the okay. Now this one is the next one is same as go to the service package. Get all those, just copy the first line. Control C, Control V, enter, return, return book service dot. What is that? Get all, no? Get all book. What type of method is that? You can see this method shell is saying getting. So this is the get mapping. At the rate get mapping. Get mapping. The value will be a slash get all books. Okay. After this, next one is uh, get by ID. Okay. So complete this first line. Control C. Go to the here. Copy. Return book service dot get book by ID. See, if you are getting confused with how you are getting, because I am creating the object of this class, book service class object I am creating inside the books controller. That is auto wired with this. That's the reason I am getting all the method which is present in the book service. It will be going to the controller as well. So this way you have to achieve the layers of security. Controller going to the service, service going to the DAO, DAO going to the repository, and the repository will going to the database, and database will check the whatever the condition and give you the result or response. So get ID here now. So that ID is a path variable. Okay, you have to write the path. So let's take at the rate. This is also the get mapping because we are just getting by the ID. Get mapping value slash book slash parenthesis ID. So if this is the parenthesis means this is the path variable. So you have to use the one property that is a path variable. So compiler will understand this is the path variable. You can write inside the uh, this this ID, this URL. Books slash here you have to write your ID, whatever ID you want. So the next one is let's go into the service back. After gateway ID, update. So just going here, Control C, Control V, and return the book service dot update books by ID. So this is the updating. So you have to update is refers to the port mapping. If theory is clear, you can understand what is the port mapping. The port mapping basically is refers to the if you want to update anything, you have to annotate it with the port mapping. If you want to getting something from database, you have to enter it as a get mapping. If you want to save something, you have to annotate it as a post mapping. Okay, so this is the update books by today. So as you can see here, we have two things. First is the rate request body, and second one is a path variable, path variable. Okay, so this is for mapping. So let's value will be a books slash book slash ID. So ID will write in your URL, and whatever the changes you want to, you have to do in the body. Next one is you will understand when I do this in the Postman, so you will understand what is happening here. Last one is delete by ID. Control C, Control V, and return service dot delete by ID. So what type of method is a delete? Delete means it will be referred to the at the rate delete mapping. Delete mapping value value is equal to slash delete slash id. Means you can see the path variable. It means it is a path variable. It's a path variable. So now we're almost done here. Save it. Control and let's go to the arrows. Arrow parent class and run it. See what will happen. So see, it will running successfully. Now, what we need to do, we have to write some values, okay? To add some values in the database, going to the Postman. I have already installed the Postman. The interface of the Postman is this. Let's suppose here we have a save book. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's get the first URL. So that is the first one is the post mapping. So the URL is localhost 8080. Let's go to the Spring Boot and check with the controller what is the URL. That is a slash save books. Okay, copy this. Okay, Control C. Go to the here. Dash. Okay, this is the our URL. This URL can be go to the Chrome where you can also check this. So this books need a body. This is a JSON body. Body should be a raw. Select raw text instead of text. You have to select JSON. And inside of JSON, uh, I have this response confidential. Window B. This is the first one. This is title for Java. Author NS, publisher take word, ISBN number paste, and category programming, language English, published date 2020. Total copies 5, available copies 5. So what we need to do, just then the see. Yeah, we will get the values. So, uh, message books added successfully. Status code 201 and the data will be added. What we need to do, just go to the database. See, here there is no any values. Just refresh it. Yeah, we will get the values and as available copies 0. Categories this ISBN this. Let's suppose you can take the applied that available copies. So it will be working fine. Let's go back to the here. See, in your console that how they are executing that SQL query is also present here to understand how it works. So from that to the controller. The next one is get all. See, copy this URL. Control C. Go to the Postman. This will be get mapping. So select the get and just remove the last one is and simply get all this and send the response. See, you will get your data. When you are getting request, it will be printing the new data. So let's go to the Chrome as well. CS Server Chrome. Open and then copy this URL and paste it here. Control B. See, you will get this response here as well. This is the beauty of the Spring Boot. Whatever the data you have, it will be getting here. If you also want to check the get by ID, let's check that as well. See this URL, that is the get by ID. Okay, let's go. Like this, last one, give your locations. Instead of ID, here, no. See, this here, you have to write the ID like 1. Okay, send it. See, you will get the data. What if you are writing the 3? What will happen? See, we will get the time. Why? Book not found with your ID 3. Uh, so you also uh, getting your data, or if you're writing the other things, you're programming this run normally. You will it will not get into abnormal situation. Okay, so like one, yeah. Let's go back to the if you want to check delete as well. So let's check it. Okay, you already have this. Just select as a delete. One. See, method not allowed. Method delete is not supported. Why? Let me check the. Okay, got it. Because the URL of the delete is a different. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see. And go here. Test it. Delete. I one. Send it request. Yeah. Your data will be there. So what you need to do, just go to the database and check. Refresh it, see the data will be gone. Come back to the uh, Postman and again you have to save this. It will use it. So that's all about this project. If you need a front-end part as well, you can just comment. I will make a front-end part also. But currently, I'm working on the project with deal with the one entity and the backend project. After this, I will at least of the 15 project I want to done. I have to done with this one entity so that people can easily learn it. After this, I have to change. I have to do also deal with the two tables. After done with the 15 project of deal with two tables, then I also creating the project where I deal with the multiple tables. Thank you for watching Tech Unbox with Anas.